Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. If you've been following the events of the world these past 8 or 9 months, you know that COVID has wreaked havoc on everything. One of the biggest things that we've seen is a giant effect on lumber prices. So because of that, we have put a halt to the church house build. It's very sad. We would have liked to have already been, ground broken. I spent a lot of months clearing out trees and doing all that kind of stuff, and now I'm just sitting here literally right now staring at an empty thing of just where I did all that work, and it's just empty land, and I can't do anything about that because we want to do that build for as cash as possible, cash purchases as possible. So we're kind of stuck for the time being. If you follow me on social media, Instagram, Facebook, anything like that, you also know that I've had a thought, and I've had this thought for a lot of years, about doing a little tiny cabin in the woods. In fact, the church house was originally just thought that I was just going to do a cabin in the woods. So I think that I'm going to switch gears. I think that we are going to do a cabin in the woods, off-grid, no insulation, no plumbing, no electricity, whole 9 yards. This county requires you to have a inspection and everything for anything you build. So I'm literally going to get a permit to build a shed. And so I'm going to build a shed, and that's all I'm going to do. And but then that'll give me the opportunity to form that little cabin into something that, in-laws can stay in, because eventually I think we'll get some electricity. Eventually we'll get some other things out there, but for the time being, it's just going to be a shed that we can get approved as a shed, and then turn it into something else if we want to. It is going to be on the other piece of property, on the Gribbenshire property. It is going to be back in the woods, and so what I thought I'd do today is just take you on a little walk back there and show you where it's going to be, show you some of the things they're going to do, and then hopefully we can get some good content on here over the next few months as I work on that through the winter. So let's go for a walk. So this is the area. There's lots of ivy, some really strong trees. You can see through it, of course, but in the summer, you don't even know this place is here. Just to give you kind of a perspective, our house sits right there. You just take a couple steps, and it all but disappears behind these kind of older, holly bushes, but still visible there. But the idea is that the property, or that the cabin, will sit probably right in this area. This tree that you see right here, that is dead and been knocked over. It is unfortunately leaning on some of these bigger trees. So the plan today is to get that cleared out, and then also right here, this little tree right here is a volunteer Japanese maple from the neighbor's house, and I'm going to dig that out because it's a nice little tree, and we can plant it outside the door. There's quite a few of those volunteers through these woods. So yeah, that's it. You can see kind of this cool ivy. The missus doesn't like all that. I think it's really pretty, but this will be a nice secluded spot most of the year, but even now it's still kind of in its own very quiet, private area. Also a little close to the road, unfortunately, if you can hear the traffic. But yeah, so that's it. That's where we're gonna move the channel to, at least for the next few months, and hopefully get some content up here for y'all. Hope everybody's doing good, gearing up for Christmas. Thanks to all 3 of my viewers. Appreciate you. And as Dennis Collins says, like, tag, share, and follow. You don't have to do any of that. Catch you on the flip side. Merry Christmas.